I have never bought a Taylor Swift record, but they're all over the place right now. Do you think we should be buying them for collectors' reasons? Like that $50 record that I find all over the place at Walmart, is that going to be a $500 record in 10, 20 years?
It could, I think, yes. As like, I know a lot of people kind of rag on Taylor Swift, but I think the staying power she has, the Swifties love her song. I am not a Swiftie. I do own a bunch of Taylor Swift stuff, but I don't consider myself a Swiftie, so we'll get that out of the way right now. But yeah, I think you should, if you can find them, especially if you can find original OGs, definitely snap those up.
But those OGs are being printed right now. That's what I'm saying.
They are, yes. Yeah, they are. Yeah. They are. So yeah, I would suggest, like, if you're looking at something collectible wise, I think Taylor Swift probably not a bad way to go. Like, some of them may not go up super high, but I bet in 10 years, something you paid $50 for now, you could probably at least double your money, probably.
You know, people like to say, oh, I've got a bunch of Beatles records, thinking that they're sitting on a fortune, when in reality, because so many millions of Beatles records were pressed, while they certainly still retain value, they're not super high value items. You know, you can get a Beatles help for $20 or so, right? $40.
It's funny you say that, because I was just talking to somebody the other day. They were like, I think I have a record that's going to be worth so much money. It's like an original Michael Jackson Thriller. And I'm like, do you realize they printed like 100,000 copies of that? Yeah. That's not worth anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But do you wonder about Taylor Swift then? Is Taylor Swift going to be the same way?
You know, I don't know. It's just because of some of them they limit. I think it would depend on how many they're actually pressing of it. Like her new albums, they're pressing so many of them, probably not. But some of the other stuff that right now is not being repressed, that's probably the stuff to get if you're actually looking to sell.
So in 20 years, we'll all be dead. Maybe it'll take a little longer for some of us. And it's the people buying Taylor Swift records, they're going to be buying the vintage Taylor Swift stuff. So
exactly.
You got to think to their market, I guess, if you're really playing the long game there. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
This has been the Record Players Podcast. We're doing shows all the time. Keep us locked in on TikTok and on YouTube. Give us a like, a subscribe, and give us a comment. We want to know what you have to say about what we just said. So let's hear it.